Good afternoon, class 12. This video is on place mix, which is the third P in the marketing mix chapter. This deals with channels of distribution, warehousing, inventory control and order processing. Place mix is the place or the transportation path, is the path or the route along which the goods move from the producers to the consumers. It is a distribution network involving wholesalers, retailers, agents and distributors or dealers. Place mix ensures the availability of the products to the right person at the right time at the right price. Place actually means the point of sale. So the place mix bridges the gap between the producers and the consumers. Now in the place mix there are two types of flows, downward flow and the upward flow of information. Downward flow of information is from the producers to the consumers, which can happen through advertising or any other media. The upward flow is the cash payments of goods from consumers to producers. And the flow of marketing information, both downward and upward, is also a movement of information. So downward flow is from the producers to the consumers, upward flow is from the consumers to the producers in terms of payment and information, and there are information flowing both ways, upward and downward, in terms of only information. In terms of payment there is downward flow and upward flow, and in terms of information there is a mix of flow from producers to the consumers. Now there are four levels of channels. One is 0 level, one is 1, 2 and 3 levels. In the 0 level channel there are no distributors or middlemen involved at all. There are 0 middlemen. So the producers themselves are the distributors. The producers have their own salesman or have their own retail store or have their own mail catalog and or have their own franchisee. So these are the four ways a producer can send the goods to the consumers under 0 level. There are no middlemen. They have their own shops or their own salesmen or their own franchise. In 1 level, there is only one retailer or a distributor involved between the producer and the consumer. They are called retailers or dealers or distributors. Because only one level exists, it is obviously called 1 level channel. Now these are 1, 2 and 3 level channels are part of indirect distribution. 0 level channel is called direct distribution. 1 level channels are used by automobile, electronic goods, where you will see there are dealers who are entrusted with the distribution. So one retailer or one dealer is present between the producer and the consumer. At the 2 level, there are two people involved. Who are those two? Producer and consumer are the two ends, and in between there are 2 levels involved, the wholesaler and the retailer. So this is the most commonly adopted channel of distribution, where there are 2 people or 2 levels involved. There may be more than one wholesaler, wholesalers level and the retailers level. FMCGs and most of the products are distributed, cloth, rubber, stationeries, everything is distributed through 2 level channels. The last indirect channel is the 3 level channel, where between the producer and the consumer exists 3 people: the agent, the wholesaler and the retailer. Who is an agent? An agent is a person who controls or stores inventory in a particular region. He stores the inventory of only one brand and he distributes the products to the wholesalers, who in turn distributes the products to the retailers. These agents, they are used by FMCGs, life insurance companies. All those people use the three level channels for distribution of products. The agent distributes the products of a few to wholesalers, and those few wholesalers then connect to retailers. Like you will see, there is an agent of East India, North India, West India, South India. Like agents have their own areas of distribution. So channels of distribution includes this much. There is a diagram in my notes, you will see, and you will understand which type of distribution is adopted by which type of product. Now, while choosing the channel of distribution, there are certain factors. The product related factors could be, if the product is already quite high in price, you will choose a short channel. Why? Because if you use a long channel, the commission of the distributing agents will make the product further more costly. Similarly, if the product is an industrial product or a technical complex product, or the product is perishable in nature, all these types of products, perishable products, complex products, technical products, products with high unit value like jewelry, they all adopt short or zero level channels for distribution. Now, what are the factors related to the market? If the number of buyers are very high and the buyers are scattered all over the place, you will use long channel, that is either 2 level or 3 level, to reach the consumers. If the buying quantity is high, wholesaling is used. If the buying quantity is low, retailing is used. If the size of market is large, long channel is used. If the size of market is concentrated, short channel is used. If the company has already established a goodwill and does not want to share it with the middlemen, it will use zero level, because it will be scared that the middlemen will spoil their goodwill. If they want to control the middlemen, they will use short level channels, because the number of members are lower, 0 level, 1 level, so they will be effectively having more control on the middlemen. If the company has deep financial pocket, the financial strength is larger, is strong, then they will have their own retail shops, so they will use 0 level again. If there are other factors also, the cost, availability of the salesmen, and possibility of sales. If the cost is already high, you will employ short channel. If the availability of distribution channels are not there, obviously you will employ 0 level. Possibility of sales, if it is more, then you may use a longer channel. If the possibility of sales is low, you may use shorter channels. Okay? So the place mix has 3 aspects: the meaning of place mix, the 0 level, 1 level, 2 level and 3 levels of distribution, and then factors affecting choice of distribution. Go through my notes. I will take at least 3 sessions to improvise and explain the 3 aspects of place mix.